Spain is about to bring in a basic income scheme which the government thinks will stay forever. Well, they already had like 16% unemployment for years and years before the COVID crisis even hit. And with a large percentage of those that are employed in tourism, they certainly don't think that's ending anytime soon. Is this really UBI when it sounds like it's means tested? I don't know what to make of these articles anymore. So much UBI fake news the past couple of weeks. This is the best TLDR I could make, original, https://www. Business Insider. com/Spain to approve basic income scheme response coronavirus outbreak 2020-5, reduced by 72%. I'm a bot. The Spanish government is set to become the first European country to implement a basic income program which will provide a guaranteed monthly income for poorer Spaniards. Spain's introduction of a basic income for the poorest comes as Scotland's government called for a universal basic income to counter an impending global recession which the Bank of England has warned will be the deepest on record. Nicola Sturgeon, Scotland's First Minister, said earlier in May that the time has come for a universal basic income, and the government in Edinburgh has brought forward 4 pilots of a similar scheme in different council areas. Extended summary, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditl/comments/gm05x_is_about_bring_in_basic_income_scheme/FAQ, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditl/comments/31b9fm/FAQ_auditl_bot/version 2.02 4888811TL, DRS so far. Feedback, http://np. Reddit. com/message/compose, 2=%23 auditl PMs and comments are monitored, constructive feedback is welcome. Top keywords, income #1 government #2 scheme #3 basic #4 Spain #5. Misleading title. The government will add a basic income of half the minimum wage for people that lost their job from the pandemic. Not everyone qualifies, the wage isn't nearly enough to cover basic expenses and people will stop qualifying once they find a job. Reddit once again falling for clickbait. UBI is not being implemented in Spain. This isn't aimed at but anyone reading the misleading news surrounding this. I suppose UBI is being used in headlines to attract attention and maybe because people wouldn't understand the actual name of the program. It's called IMV, Ingreso Mínimo Vital in Spanish, and requires that a person be earning less than €200/month if living alone. While definitely a help for people in difficult situations right now, this is not UBI and it's very misleading to call it that. It's simply an extension of the current social welfare program. I just hope the media gets the backlash for misleading people and not our government. They've had enough criticism as it is. It's not universal basic income. It's flat rate welfare. Don't they already have a welfare system? Why add another layer with a new name? The point of UBI is to be both adequate for a minimum standard of living and replace all other welfare, except perhaps disability and health. This does neither. This is less a basic income, and more a party bribe for cheap votes. I hate it when the otherwise pragmatic concept of UBI is piggybacked with this sort of garbage, which in turn confused the masses on what UBI is. I haven't even received my ERD, being put on standby by the company while it's shut, since March, surviving barely with some savings. I believe this sounds like a fancy wording for a welfare program. It's means tested, and seems to be scaling with total asset numbers. Would this not just incentivize some people to work? A problem with many existing welfare systems. Why not opt for a more UBI-like approach? We've been through the welfare path before. Although a good and welcome start, it can be implemented way better. Misleading article. Misleading headline, it's just for a small part of the population. Similar redistribution scheme already exists in other EU countries. I'd love if this was well managed, Sadly, I think we're just gonna be in more debt. The ideas of the Spanish socialists are often good, but then they mismanage the funds. The autonomous communities suck a lot of money without worrying about being efficient, and we end up with more debt. The left doesn't focus on building the private sector, and when the right does it, they give contracts to their friends. This is the real reason why rich people are protesting now. They're terrified that this money will come from their taxes. Why are they always called schemes? Like it's somehow a scam from a Nigerian prince. Who is paying for this? Edit, downvoted for asking a question, read it in a nutshell. Wasn't Spain demanding money from northern countries a few weeks ago? And now they have enough to give out. Cap rent increases and other adjustable inflation goods or services, or else the top will just grab it. I don't understand how that will work. UBA doesn't change that the Spanish economy is still a dumpster fire. If you look at Norway, the only way they were able to create a guaranteed pension fund for their citizens was because they generated substantial profits from oil. Unemployment in Spain was already very high before the pandemic. Where will the money come from? It's interesting to observe a correlation between bias against the universal basic income idea and being from USA. It's no UBA, it is only for a small number of people, it is not universal. Why is it called a scheme instead of a policy? Scheme seems to imply something underhanded is happening, which is interesting considering the subject matter. It would be far less expensive to give everyone basic UBA than have a means-tested bureaucracy for something so little like food stamps and gas vouchers for a couple dozen bucks. Basic income works as long as cost of living for basic goods don't increase. There is a reason why places where your pay is high is also high cost of living. If you earn more, there is high chance that cost of living increases too, like housing, basic goods, and such. So how basic income is going to address this factor? If people and businesses know that you have more money and there is more demand, they will charge more, and they really do. Anyways, it is a new experiment. Let us see how it fares long term. Meanwhile, in the US, people think guaranteeing healthcare would be tyrannical Stalinist atheist communist Islam. COVID-19 notwithstanding, doesn't Spain have /20% unemployment and nearly impossible small business environment? Yeah, I'd love to eat tapas, stay up late drinking wine and take an afternoon nap as well, but at some point somebody has to do something. Removed. Not everyone gets this, pretty much the same people who are on it. Kind of misleading title, but other comments have already covered it, so an interesting place to use the word scheme. On mobile, the small thumbnail looks like Balbi. This is more or less just a merger of unconditional unemployment benefits and other periodic support payments for low-income families which already exist independent from each other in other European countries. I don't like the idea of calling this basic income, as it suggests it will somehow reap the more significant benefits that are expected from true universal basic income. It's a very good thing for the affected people if similar welfare measures didn't exist before. Otherwise it will just reduce the additional administrative costs of having separate programs at best. One thing I've always wondered about this whole universal basic income business is how does it approach working people? Do I still get it if my income reaches a certain level? Do the wealthy get it, or is there a limit? How badly are my taxes going to increase? Members of the BC government have been kicking the idea of a universal income around, but no one ever goes into the actual details. Of course they phrase it as a scheme. Fuck them. I always wonder, if a country had a guaranteed basic income, would companies just raise their prices on everything to take advantage of potential disposable income, or would the government enact some sort of measure to prevent that?